Welcome to the Truth or Die podcast, where we tell the truth as if our life depends on it, because we believe it does.
This is not a normal podcast. It's a movement. It's not entertainment. It's a wake-up call.
Welcome to the Truth or Die podcast. My name is Robin Louisen, and today I have with me the beautiful
Tiana. Hi, guys.
We spoke briefly in episode 1 about having Tiana on, and there are a lot of people here watching this because of Tiana, and we're very, very grateful for her. She's helped us grow our following a little bit, and we're really, really grateful for that. And we're super excited to have her here. This topic that we're going to be talking about today is something that's very close to my heart, something I'm really, really passionate about. But we'll just jump straight into it with some questions. Yeah?
Yeah, Matt, let's do it.
Cool. So I would love to know a little bit about you, a little bit about your childhood and like how you grew up.
Okay, so basically, I don't know where to kind of start, but I'll make it simple as it can be. So I grew up in the foster care system from 6 weeks old right up until I turned 18. I was in and out for a lot of that time, to be honest. Like I had addict parents. I never knew my father, but when I was about 16, I found out that he passed away from cancer. But, I grew up kind of around my mum when I was in her care, and, she struggled with her own addictions throughout her lifetime. I have an older sister, I have a younger brother. And, they have their own struggles, but, I think we're all doing pretty well, to be honest. My life and my family circumstances are definitely better now than what they were 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I grew up in foster care, moved around a lot, and I'm here now.
Yeah. Well, we're glad that you're here. And I really want to know how sort of growing up in the foster care system and being in and out of, being with your parents and then being with strangers, how that kind of shaped your life and how you got into addiction and stuff like that.
Oh, it messed up my perception of what stability is meant to look like because, 1 minute, because I think in Melbourne, from the age of 12 and under or 11 and under, you don't get a say in where you go. And I think from, birth up until about 11 and a half, I was put wherever. It didn't matter whether I was happy. So one day I would go to school, living with a foster family. And then, at the end of the day, I'd be moved to another home. And it was just different religions, cultures, family parenting, lifestyles. It was just messy. And I never knew what it was like to be loved long term.
Yeah. So it sounds like you got used to chaos.
Yeah.
And so when chaos presented itself to you, it was comforting.
Yeah, I think my platform knows that I've been through a bit of chaos since it's grown, and that's something I'm really wanting to change. I don't like that about myself at all. But unfortunately, drama follows me. No, no, guys, don't cancel me for that. Yeah, but it's true. I have major abandonment issues, that anxious attachment, avoidant attachment kind of lifestyle. And, I think I'm now at an age where I can, yes, that affected me, but I want to change it. I don't want to live like that.
I feel like that's something I really relate to as well. I wasn't in addiction or anything like that. No one in my family was like that, but there was definitely a lot of chaos. We moved around a lot. We were homeless a few times. I feel like when you have huge adversity in your childhood, you kind of drift towards that in your adulthood and in your adolescence as well because it's familiar.
Yeah.
And feeling peaceful and feeling calm and nothing crazy is happening can be scary.
Yeah, 100%. It's weird, I've built a little life for myself and then I sit in there, I'm like, this feels not normal, and then I blow it up and it's a toxic pattern, honestly.
Kind of you sit there and you wait for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, everything's too calm.
Yeah.
What's next? There's something coming.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I feel that. So how exactly and when did your addiction actually start?
I've been an addict since I think I came out of the womb, unfortunately, and my addiction didn't just start with substances. It started with, to be honest with you, food was a massive addiction growing up and, either not eating or eating too much. And then that kind of rolled into like stealing. Like I was a massive kleptomaniac for a little bit there, and then it rolled into, you know, the substances. And like I remember at 13 years old, I was begging my mum for a rollie, like a smoke, a cigarette. I don't even like cigarettes, but like I wanted it, you know, and then I became addicted to that. And then at the age of like 14 and a half, 15, like I was smoking weed in my room, like during lockdown, trying to hide it. And I loved it. Like, and that quickly progressed into drinking. Like, I don't know, like I was stealing alcohol out of my foster carer's garage, like, because I wanted to get drunk. Didn't even know what being drunk was like until it was. And I got hooked on it. And, you know, by the time I was 16, I was living in a share house that was owned by the government, and like I stopped going to school. I dropped out in the start of year 11 because the whole of year 10, like I was just smoking weed, partying, drinking, and like I loved it. I didn't see a problem with it. And, you know, when I don't know, like I've been an addict since I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't actually realize, like, obviously you're 19 now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, lockdown for me feels like an entire lifetime ago, but that was in your childhood. Like the first beginning years of your teenagehood, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Do you think that being in lockdown and being isolated from everybody played a big part in
100%. It's actually really interesting, to be honest. When I was 14 years old smoking weed in my room, a lot of people from my high school looked at me as like, oh, you druggy and all that kind of stuff. Give it a year and everyone's doing the same.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just like I was just an early bloomer, not in a good way, but like I was. And it's just that isolation, that loneliness, and not having anywhere to go, anyone to talk to, that, you know, quick high and escape I became hooked on it.
Yeah.
It was a comfort.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of like kids your age, during that period, a lot of them did turn to drugs and alcohol because there was nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And you're scared. You're not sure if the world's going to go back to normal. The world that you've always known is gone, and you're not sure what you're walking into, but you're also like rampant with hormones.
Yeah. Yes.
Like I could not imagine. I mean, I was pregnant with my second child in lockdown.
Yeah, wow.
So
pregnancy hormones stuck in a house.
Totally different like set of circumstances, but just as isolating.
Yeah.
I feel like if I wasn't pregnant, I probably would have gone down the same path. But yeah, that's wild. So when did you start like moving into the rooms in the 12-step fellowship?
So I like to call myself a bit of a nepo baby to the rooms. You know, like my mum has not grown up, but like I think from like her like mid-20s, probably early 20s, I'm not entirely sure, don't quote me on that. She was in the rooms, like she wanted recovery, and you know, like it's just probably since her mid-20s, like that's just become her norm. She hasn't been clean for that whole time, but she's just kept on coming back. So, you know, me growing up, I saw a version of my mum intoxicated, but I didn't see her like completely off her head. And kind of when I hit, I think it probably would have been like, I don't know, 15, I think I went to my first meeting, and I don't know how to explain it, but like I knew I belonged there, but I was 15, hanging like in a room full of like 30-year-olds, and I was like, no, I've still got time, you know, this isn't me. And I've for years, like over probably since from 15 to 19, like I've had this massive dilemma of like, I don't want to be my mum. So like, why would I go here? Like I am not that. And like, I love my mum, but obviously there is a bit of resentment there, but I don't know. So from 15 and 16, like I went to a few meetings here and there, and it was good. Like it didn't matter about the age. It doesn't matter about who you are, your religion, your background, anything. Like I knew I belonged there. And I think it wasn't until December last year, I was like 18, is kind of when I really started putting my feet in and like getting a program into my life. Yeah. Cause like, I don't know. I don't want to be an addict. Sorry. I don't want to be an addict, but like, I don't want to live in my addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we all know why Tiana's here today. For those of you who have been, you know, watching and have come from Tiana's page to watch this podcast, we all know what we want to have a conversation about.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to jump straight into it. We won't be naming any names or anything like that, just FYI. But you guys can just put two and two together. You're smart. When did it start and how did it happen?
Yeah, well, so I was 17 and, you know, I was going to a meeting and I'm not going to lie to you, like that day, like I wanted to end my life. Like I was really like I was done with life. And I said to somebody like, I'm ready to go. And they said to me, come to a meeting and if you hear nothing at that meeting, then I will let you go and do this. That's a pretty big sentence to say to me. Like, so I went to that meeting. It was in Ringwood in Melbourne and I walked through the doors half an hour late and probably wouldn't have been half an hour. You get the gist though. I've got my hoodie on. I'm sad as hell and I'm like, I sit at the back of the room. You know, I remember my mum was in that room as well. And there's this person standing at the front of the room, you know, face tattoos, tall, big ego, and he's talking about hope. Now, you guys see that I have hope tattooed on my chest. And he's just talking about, like, having hope, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, oh, my God, googly eyes. Oh, where have you been all my life? And at the end of that meeting, you know, all the older, cleaner women are like, stay away from him. Like, he is trouble. He does not have a good track record. Like, we want to protect you. We want to love you. And I'm like, like, I'm not listening to you, you know, like, because I'm independent. I'm 17. I'm strong. Like, I've gone through the 14, 15, 16-year-old hormones. I know what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. I'm almost a grown woman.
Yeah, like, I turn 18 soon. I didn't know what I was doing. And he offers to give me a lift home. And this man, I got in the car and, you know, he's got his little Holden Commodore and, you know, he's blasting music, SoundCloud rapper, just like your cliche douchebag.
Yeah.
And I was in love with it. I'm not going to lie to you. I was in love with it. Like, so he drops me home and, you know, we're texting on Messenger and like we were bonding over the same footy team, yada, yada, yada. And like, I don't know, I didn't tell anyone. It was like, without saying it, it was just this natural environment of like our little secret. And mind you, this person was 25 years old. 25. 25. I'm 17
with
at the
a
time.
17-year-old.
Yeah. just saying, fresh 17, by the way, not even turning 18 that year.
Yeah.
And, he said to me, you know, like, we should go to a footy game. Like, I'm not going to drink. I'm in recovery. And I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. And from that day of him taking me home, I don't know how, but we just seemed to attach at the hip. Mm-hmm. Like, I just done a driving lesson because I couldn't get my license yet because I was that young. And he's like, let me come pick you up. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do this. And so he picks me up and we're just hanging out all the time. And the people in the rooms are like, stay away. And it kind of got to the point where like it didn't really clock in my head that like what was going on was bad. Mm-hmm. But looking back and reflecting out, I can see that he knew it was bad. So like our hangouts started to become more and more isolated from the outside world. Yeah. And I don't know, that our first ever one-on-one hangout, we went to the footy and we ended up caving and drinking and he's gotten severely drunk and I don't know if I'm allowed to take the right angle on this. Like what I'm about to say is a bit like, how you going? Like this is like, can I talk about this or not? Yeah. Like when we got really drunk at the footy and then we've gone back and he's drink driving and he's punching like 160 on the highway and I'm like, hell yeah, like let's do this. Like I'm a bit scared for my life, but let's do this. And anyway, he lived in a caravan on a massive property in the basin and I don't know, like his family lived on that property anyway and like he's driven down this driveway and he's taken me to his caravan and like I've never been to this guy's house before and he's like, oh, like you can stay the night here if you want to and like, I don't know, my gut just didn't feel right. And I'm like, no, like I want to go home. Yeah. Like please take me home. And he's like, no, like I'm too drunk to drive. I'm like, okay, like whatever, like we'll sit here. Anyway, and like I've said to him like I really want to go home right now. And then he's like, crack the shit. And he's like, all right, fuck this. Like, I'll take you home. Anyway, we've gotten in the car and like, he's like literally speeding around a roundabout and, we've gotten like, we're driving on the road. And, I don't know, something just flicked. And like, he looked at me and like with pure black eyes and he's like, get the fuck out of my car. And I was like, I don't understand. He's like, you're whiny, you're being immature. I'm 17. You're being immature. Like, get out of my car. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, let me out. So what he's done, he's literally thrown my handbag out. I'm literally sitting on the side of the road at like 3 a.m. bawling my eyes out. And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what to do. Like, because nobody knew I was hanging out with him. I didn't know who to call. It was such an isolated situation. And, all of a sudden, like 5 minutes later, you hear a car just revving and racing around the corner, and he's like, get in the car. I'm like, I don't want to get in your car. And he's like, get in my fucking car now. And, he literally picked me up and then threw me in his car. And long story short, he's taken me back to his, and he's like yelling at me and like screaming at me and saying like, this is your fault. And I'm like, I don't understand why. And I remember, should have been a red flag, but I didn't know. I like literally have a photo on my phone, of like the first ever bruise he like gave me. And I'm like, and from there, weirdly enough, that is when I think our trauma bond started.
Yeah.
Like,
before we go,
sorry, that was a lot.
That was a lot.
I'm really sorry.
I'm really glad that you opened up to me about that, because I have heard that story in different versions by so many different women, and including myself, I've experienced the same type of violence and manipulation. So it is such a common thing, unfortunately, but I feel like us sitting down and having this conversation in front of all of these people today is really, really important, because like, if you are going through this right now, or you have been through this, I just want to let you know it's not normal. Like, especially if you were, you know, in the same position as Tiana, where she was a lot younger, and, you know, this guy's 25. Just so you know, guys who are in their 20s who go for girls who are under 18 are going for them because they are naive, because they don't know any better. They think that, oh, there's this big man coming to rescue me from my life.
You're not getting rescued.
There's a reason why these men aren't dating women their own age. It's because the women their own age don't want them.
Yep.
Because they're losers. Okay? They're not cool. They are like the bottom of the barrel, and they will go for these younger girls because they can't get anything else. Like, and it hurts to hear it, and this is tough love, you know, coming from someone who's about to turn 30. Like, you are not as cool as you think you are in that moment.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I'm sorry if that's brutal, but it's just the truth.
Someone needs to say it.
Yeah.
I wish I knew it, and I wish I listened. Yeah. Honestly, like, I was a silly little girl, to say it straight. Like, I was not the king or queen of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, even for myself, like, when I was going through something very similar, I was 26 when it started. Like, it doesn't matter what age you are. These guys who use violence and manipulation and, you know, making everything seem like it's your fault, these guys, there's something wrong with them internally. They are extremely insecure. Yeah. They feel like they need to beat you down to make you feel small so that they feel big. Yeah. So, yeah.
You're not wrong there.
Yeah.
Far out.
I'm actually blown away by that story. I don't even know how to follow on from that.
No, you're right. I don't think I've told anyone that. Like, I've told a few people, not the internet.
Yeah. I'm really,
but I mean, like, truth or die.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously this has been a very public thing for you.
Yes, unfortunately.
And, you know, he's gone on the internet and spun his own version of it, as these narcissistic men do. They like to get their foot in the door first.
You do you, boo.
Is there anything that you, like, want to set the record straight with?
Oh, fucking all of it. Bro, no. Okay, to be honest with you, like, look, and I'm going to say this now, I never wanted the internet to find out about my relationship being domestic violence, and I'm going to say it, getting groomed. Like that, I haven't talked about that online very much, and if I have, definitely wasn't in the right headspace for it. And I never did. Like, when the internet found out about this relationship ending, I was fresh out of a slip up of like my drug of choice, and I wasn't right. Like, I was fresh out of the short-term psych ward, and like I go on my phone and there's this video of this child boy, and he's just like telling the internet these things, and there's these comments, and I'm reading them, and it's just like, I'm gonna say it now, what you see on social media is not true. Not true at all. And like, I will be accountable in my part of like when I tried to tell the internet what went on. Like, it was messy. It wasn't straight, and I get why there was confusion around what the actual truth was. But like, I think I've definitely taken a step back over these last few months and tried to pull it offline as much as I can, because like, I want this to just be a clean slate.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think it's really, really important to remember that there is literally no such thing as a perfect victim.
100%.
Like, you have obviously said some things that were wrong, done some things that were wrong. I myself in my own situation have done the same thing, and I haven't exactly been truthful with some things as well, and I'm sure you've experienced the same thing. But it comes down to the fact of the matter is that you were a child and he was an adult.
Yep.
And this was an illegal grooming situation. He knew it was wrong and he did it anyway.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what you did. He said, she said, this was bad, like really, really bad. And I think a lot of people have kind of glazed over that fact, especially when I was going through back and forth, reading his comments, reading your comments, reading comments on, you know, podcasts that he's been on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh, you know, she did this, she did that, rah, 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 rah. And I'm sitting there in the comments like, but she was a kid.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what? Like, I'm just going to say something really quickly. It's a really confusing time. You know, like, 1 minute I'm allowed to be a child, next minute I need to be 30 years old. Like, I don't understand that. And to be honest, like because I started using drugs at a young age, that's like messed up my brain development growing up. And you know what? It's actually messed up this guy's brain development as well. Anyone that's picked up the substance, whatever age you pick that up, whenever you go through trauma or a significant flashback of PTSD, I believe, and I don't know if this is correct, you go back to that initial age.
100%.
Or whenever the trauma happened, you know, when something triggers me, I go back to being a 4-year-old because I'm scared and I'm lost, you know, and like, it's just, I don't understand. I'm navigating what it's like being 17, 18, 19.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
27 this year. Like, I feel like, sorry, that was, I'll own that. That was a bit petty.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I really hope that, you know, I know that for you and I, like, our audiences are both very young. Like, a lot of my followers are between 15 and 35. So they're either younger than me or just slightly older than me. But I feel like the life experience that I've had over the last 10 years, I feel like I'm about to turn 40. So I feel you. I know what you're saying. Like, but I feel like this conversation that we're having is really, really important. And I feel like I cannot stress enough how important it is. And I know I'm going to get the biggest freaking eye roll through the screen right now from all of you. But as someone who's about to turn 30, it is so, 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 so important for all of you young girls that are watching to listen to the older women in your life. Just listen to them. I know that you're like eye rolling to the death right now, but they are giving you this advice for a reason. They're probably right.
They are right.
Most women are right 99% of the time.
Period.
And they're not looking at you like, oh my gosh, you're so innocent. Like, I want to save you. Like, and you know, you're not looking at them like, oh my God, you're so old. What would you know? Like, I know what I'm doing. I'm a big girl. I promise you, you don't know what you're doing.
I have a lot of mothers that follow me, and I'm extremely grateful for the motherhood that I have within my community. And when all of this unraveled, I had all the mothers messaging me being like, you know, when I was your age, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, go away. But now I can look back and reflect, and I still read all those messages and I go, you know what? Like, I actually take into account what the advice is, because I think it's about surrendering and to the fact that I don't know how to do this life. Like, we are all on this earth and we don't know how to do life, but the ones older than me have just got that little bit more knowledge than I do. Yeah. And like, it's just having gratitude for that.
Yeah. And to be honest, when I like messaged you for the first time, I was like, she's probably just going to fucking eye roll and scroll past me. She's not going to want to have a bar of it because like, what does this 30-something-year-old woman know? Do you know what I mean? But I think, you know, the most important thing is that we're all women.
Yeah.
And we all experience at one point in our life a type of violence from men.
Yeah.
Whether it's physical, emotional, it's all the same.
Yeah.
You know? And we all have that to relate to each other on.
Yeah, no.
And I'm absolutely positive that even at 19, you've got advice for me. Like there's things that you've probably experienced that I haven't even looked down the barrel at yet. So we all need to come together and, you know, realize that we're all just women out here trying to survive in a male world.
Yeah, fuck men 2025. Sorry, I can't say that. You have to cut that part out.
I like it's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like it really is.
Yeah, it is, hey.
So going back to my question before, is there anything specific that you have been stewing on that you want to clear up?
Yes. I broke up with him because the last ever time that things went down, you know, like because I had like my own little community on the Sunshine Coast when I lived up here. And while he was locked up in jail, I had to find a world because I didn't have anything, man. Like I was broken to the max. And, you know, when he got out of jail, all my support networks up here were like, you need to be prepared for when he gets out, you know, because like, I don't know, dating him, he had this one specific ex and like I'm on good terms with her now. And, you know, he had always, it was this weird manipulation because I always ask like, what were your last relationships like, you know? And he goes, you know, like I never hit her. I never did this, but like she, you know, like she's just exaggerating. She's lying. And I, you know, through that relationship, I was like, fuck this bitch. Like, you know, he's
you
just.
believe them.
Yeah, I believed it. And so when he got out and, you know, obviously my support networks had known like this because I had said, you know, like this is what the ex situation looks like. I feel like all the older women were like kind of saw it before I did. So yeah, when he got out, that's like when the physical stuff really kind of started like to excel. And that last ever time that he did what he did, like before that had happened, like I made a promise to one of my good friends, you know, like she's 40 years old and she made it, like I made a promise to her that if he ever did what he did again, like I was going to leave no matter the circumstance. And so when he did what he did, which is, you know, like strangle me and stuff like that, I immediately, without even thinking, I chucked all his stuff in storage boxes and said, get out. Like, I don't know why I didn't kick him out. I tried actually, but he didn't leave. And, you know, and then as soon as we woke up in the morning, somehow I was in the wrong. And I went chasing after him and I just said, please love me, like choose me, like I don't want to break up, you know, like I've gotten out of my angry mindset. And it's just like, because there's been a couple of like screen recordings on the internet of like me, you know, just like chasing after him. But wouldn't you do that?
But that's that same cycle of chasing chaos because that's where you find comfort. That's what you've grown up with. That's what you're used to.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, you know, the life that I know that's full of chaos is about to leave me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know anything different. I'm going to go running after it because I find comfort in it, even though it's twisted.
Yeah.
That's how it is when you have PTSD.
Yeah. Let me just say now, our trauma bond, it was so significant. Like trauma bonds, I've done a bit of research on this. Trauma bonds work in this like little systematic thing that is the same as gambling. So it's like pain, relief, and then hope. And that's the same mechanism that they use in gambling machines, you know? Like you go through pain, you just put your house mortgage on the pokies. You have hope that you're going to win. Oh, no, it's hope, pain, relief. Sorry. You have hope that you're going to win. You put in $1,000. It's painful as hell, man. You've just lost all your money. But then on the last slap, boom, you've upped your money 3 times. And that's that relief kind of part. That's what it was in this relationship. So he would cause me pain. And then I would have, hope, sorry. Fuck, I'm just like getting stuck. You guys will get what I'm saying though. Like there'd be pain. I'd freaking freak out and I'd be like, oh no, like, what are we going to do? And then he'd give me a little bit of love and I'd be like, okay, well, like it's going to be okay. And like, okay again. And then like, I forgot the cycle that I was saying. Do you get what I'm saying though?
In narcissistic abuse, it's called breadcrumbing.
She's going to word it better than me.
Right?
Yeah.
It's called breadcrumbing. So they'll, you know, completely love bomb you.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Make you feel like you're the best thing that's ever happened to them and then they can't live without you.
Yeah.
And then they'll pull away.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's wrong? Like, I want to get back to where we were. Like, we were in such a good place. Like, I miss you. I love you. Why aren't you treating me the same?
Yeah.
And then they'll start to leave like little pieces of who they were pretending to be because that's not actually who they are.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
And then they'll breadcrumb you for months.
Yeah, that's a better term.
And then you'll have this big blow up and they'll be like, this is your fault.
Yeah.
And then they'll love bomb you again. And the cycle continues. That's how you get trauma bonded to people, because it's like addiction.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, 100%. I would say this now. I was addicted to his love. And I was journaling probably like a month and a half out of that relationship, and I came to the fact that like I've always strived to know what a father's love was like, except I've never known what a father's love is. And I found, you know, because there was an 8-year age gap between us, and like in another universe, like that's only a decade older than me. So I looked up to him as a father figure, and he looked down at me, I don't know, as a child. Like I looked really childish. Like not physically, not like in my character, but just the way I looked.
Yeah.
Man, and you can go back on
concerning
100%. I've had
in its own way.
I've had people say to me like he had a fetish for like what a child looked like, you know, and it was weird, and I didn't think it, because as soon as I left that relationship, boom, like I entered womanhood.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, it's just that like I've always, and I probably always will search for a father's love, but ladies, let me tell you now, don't go looking for somebody like to seek father love from that's like 8 years older than you, especially if you're in that younger age bracket. Please, I'm begging you.
Yeah.
I'm saving you the trauma, babe.
Yeah.
Like, please.
I feel like, from my perspective, this is just my opinion. If you're under 25
Yeah.
or 26, 27, that's kind of when your like frontal lobe fully develops.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be dating anyone older than 30. If you're 25 and under and you're dating older than 30, they are in a power of position, and they will be able to manipulate you so easily to do what they want and set you up in a lifestyle that they want you to have.
Yeah.
By the time you reach 30, you're not going to know who you are. You're not going to have your own hobbies, and you're going to end up getting divorced.
Yeah.
And leaving that person and starting your life from scratch again, because your frontal lobe's fully developed, and you're like, hang on, this is not the life that I want. This is the life that you have built for me.
Yeah. Let me just say one more thing that you wanted to clear up. Yes, there was abuse when we were on drugs, because I didn't mention this earlier, but like this guy and I, when we first started hanging out, that's when I started picking up like ice and other substances, and you know, that's when I entered the crime life with him as a 17-year-old, and he would you know, he would, I don't know, put it on a pedestal that, you know, doing crime was cool, you know, but like looking back at it now, he just wanted me to do it because I was a child and I wouldn't get caught. I did get caught. And there was so much abuse during that drug use. And I had, like, even I now sit here and I really struggle to talk about it, because I don't know what's justified and what's not, because, you know, like, oh, you were on drugs, that's not who they are. But it still happened. Yeah. I honestly, more abuse happened on the drugs than it happened off. Yeah. You know, and like, it's just like, you guys don't know that. I don't even think I've told you that. Have I? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. It was just, it was a lot, and just all of it.
But I feel like that also comes back to like, there is no perfect victim.
Yeah.
Like, you were 17 years old. You had this grown man who was making you feel like that this was all okay and teaching you how to live a certain lifestyle. And, you know, you're still like learning how to function in the world as an adult.
Yeah.
And they're showing you all of these things like that in and of itself is abuse. It's manipulation.
Yeah.
He's teaching you how to be an adult in the world in the wrong way and using his position of power. Yeah. To get what he wants.
Oh, babe, he would do it all the time. Oh, you know, like when you get to my age, oh, red flag. Why are you saying that to me right now? That's actually gross as like when you're my, okay, Mr. Wise Old Elf. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's just, it's not right and it's not healthy. And like, because of my substance use from 17 to 18, I don't really think I've actually adapted to like that, you know, shift from like child to adult or whatever. So I'm having to do that all now. Yeah. On top of an identity crisis, on top of detoxing from a trauma bond. Like, it's hectic, ladies. Like, don't think that you need to know how to be normal after coming out of that situation. Yeah. Like, we ended like literally on the last day of June. It's now December and I still don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think if it's any consolation, when I left my own toxic thing that my followers know about, sort of, have, you know, I'm with a totally new guy.
Yeah.
I'm engaged. I'm still unlearning the manipulation that my narcissist gave me.
Yeah.
Like, it's the mental abuse, like physical scars heal.
Yeah.
Right. And you learn to just accept that that's what happened. But the mental abuse that you go through and the manipulation is so like intertwined and with your personality
100%.
that it's so hard to decide what is who you are and what is what they made you.
Yeah. Before our relationship, like I would cry if a fly was near me. Like I was just very emotional, and I love that about myself. I love a good cry, mate.
Yeah.
And now, like, I really struggle to talk about what happened. And that's why I wanted to come on this podcast, because, like, I'm trying to rewire my brain and to not having that constant voice at the front of my head saying, don't cry about it now. Like, because when we did crime together, like, we were on the run and it was shit. But it happened. And in those moments, he would say to me, you can't cry now. Like, we need to run. We need to go. Like, you don't cry about this. Like, you don't talk about it. Like, it never happened. Like, some of the things that would happen, like, he literally would do what he did to me physically and, like, abuse me and stuff. And then literally be like, that never happened. What? And, like, when I was in Queensland, guys, and my followers know this, it was just me and him. Yes, I had my community, but it wasn't my people, you know? Like, I just gone through the most traumatizing time of my life, traveling 2 states across on substances, then like a jail sentence with him, man. Like, of course I'm going to latch onto him because he's like the only bit of Melbourne I had left. And it was like the only thing I had left. And like, it's so hard now here sitting by myself, like trying to like be independent and not have that voice of like, you are not worthy of any kind of love, and every choice that you do, you need to second guess. Because unless I had him literally like approving of what I do, I'd be lost. I'd be lost.
So unlearning all of that is really, really hard.
It is. It's scary.
It takes a long time. But I promise you it's worth it. And, you know, it
gives me hope.
It gets better every single day.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've found someone who loves and respects me, doesn't manipulate me.
Yeah.
And we can actually have
awesome.
a proper conversation. So if I can find it, like, you can find it.
Yeah.
Y'all can find it.
Yeah.
They're out there.
Yeah.
You just have to be.
Any applications?
You just have to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Learn discernment.
What does that mean?
It's listening to your gut.
Oh.
So if your gut tells you this is wrong, it's probably right.
Yeah.
And instead of going, oh, nah, like should be right, I'm just overthinking it. You're probably not overthinking it because I remember back to some of the first nights that I spent with my narcissist, and it was like I got that gut feeling of like something's not right with this guy. You need to get out. And I didn't listen to it because I just wanted to feel loved and I wanted to feel accepted by someone. Yeah. It's all the same song. It's just a different dance.
Yeah. Fuck's sake.
Yeah. I'm not really sure where to go from there. Is there anything else that you want to say, want to talk about? Any advice that you've got?
Oh, mate, I could yap for hours. Yeah. I love listening to my own voice.
Yeah.
No, I will say though, like, this is my first time actually ever being single and not having a man by my side, whether that's a situationship, a partner, a one night stand, whatever. And it's really weird. Like, because like, I don't know, like when I like am around people, I tend to mirror their personality because I don't know who I am. And I don't think anybody really does know who they are fully. And if you do, hats off to you. And it's just like, it's really hard not to go back to that trauma bond. Like, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've had days where I've gone, maybe I can write a letter to him. Maybe I can call him. One of the hardest things I've had to do over the last 6 months, or actually a bit longer, it was start of the year, whatever, is change my phone number, cut off any connections related to him. You know, blocking, deleting comments. I filter his name in my comment section on TikTok and Instagram. I just remove that situation because like through August and September and a little bit of October, I didn't want to say goodbye because healing and starting to heal means that one day you're actually going to get over it and you have to say goodbye to that chapter. And that's really scary because it means you have to say goodbye. And I don't want to say goodbye to that. Like I don't. And I don't cry online anymore about my ex, but I still think about it. Like I'm normal for that. And I know I'm normal for that, but that doesn't mean that what happened didn't happen. I'm not crying because I'm lying about anything. I'm crying because I'm really freaking confused.
Yeah. And I feel like in relationships like that, you convince yourself afterwards that it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And you think of all the good times and you're like, but they did this and but he said this. And it's like your brain is trying to save you from your own trauma by reminding you of all of the good times, but it doesn't cancel out all the bad shit that they did. It's just your lizard brain trying to be like, it's okay, it wasn't that bad. It was.
Yeah, it really freaking was. I don't know. It's just like, like
I get it.
I don't know. Something that really helped me kind of, remind myself of the bad times is writing down a list of reasons why I left. And like I have that in my journal and I look back at that. It's at the front of my journal so I can't even skip it, man, of why I left, because there definitely are days and it's like, I don't know. It's a bit different with social media kind of being involved in this relationship breakup and whatever, because I've had thousands of people's opinions on how this relationship was meant to go. And it got really confusing and it still gets a little bit confusing because it's like, how am I meant to heal? But one thing I've really had to bring it back to the fact is there's no correct way to heal. There's no timer on healing. There's no timer on grief because there was grief losing that relationship. Like I had never given myself away to another person like I did with him. And it has messed me up at the fact that the first time I opened up my heart, it was to a narcissist. Like, what the frick?
Yeah.
What? Like, please give your opinion because I'm sitting here like, really, God?
I feel like because you didn't grow up without a dad.
Yeah.
And because of your, situation going in and out of different homes and stuff like that. Like, at the end of the day, and this is going to sound really harsh, but it was inevitable.
Yeah.
Like my dad was a narcissist. It was inevitable that I was going to be with a narcissist, and I've been with several narcissists up until this point. Shit. There's been some good ones in between, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older and I've had the experience of having different relationships, and you will experience this at some point as well, you will be able to tell the difference now. You'll be able to be like, okay, that was genuine love.
Yeah.
And someone who really actually did care about me and just wanted to give me everything, but maybe it just didn't work out because of other circumstances. Yeah. And this person was love bombing. Like you will be able to go, okay.
Yeah, I am a bit like that now. Hey, I don't know. Yeah, it's just weird. I am a bit scared, to be honest, to ever be in a relationship ever again. Like I could not think of anything worse than having to wake up and roll over and see someone in that bed. Like I love starfishing in my bed. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to share anything. Yeah. I don't want to sleep with anyone. After we broke up, man, I went and adventured out into the world of people.
Oh, as you do. And
I'm never doing that again. Yeah. Like it's just,
I think, like the best piece of advice I could probably give to you and to anyone who's watching who's been through this kind of situation and hasn't had another relationship is take your time, don't rush it.
Yeah, I'm not rushing this one.
Just let it happen naturally, but I feel like at the same time if I were you, I would be giving myself like a couple of years.
Oh, 100%. Like I've got me and my toy mate. Like I don't need no man.
Yeah.
Like honestly, and it's actually really nurturing being able to have that aspect because like I now have, like, as much as I went through what I did, sorry guys, I got my little squishmallow here. Like, I fucking love it. Anyway, as much as I went through what I did and I resent that, I've had to flip it around and kind of have a bit of gratitude for the fact that, like, I went through this now rather than, like, when I'm older because it's a hard thing to flip into gratitude. It really is. Oh, yeah. And it's taken a lot of practice of that, but I would rather it happen now than in like 10 years when I have children in the picture, when I have more to lose.
Yeah.
Like I'm in that fundamental stage where I'm learning how to grow up and I can navigate it. Like I feel like 19 is perfect time to start healing.
Yeah, 100%. And you're absolutely right. Like having it happen earlier in life rather than later is probably a blessing. And also it's going to shape you into who you're going to become.
Yeah.
As well. Like a lot of us, I had to go through it over a 10-year period.
Wow.
And like now you know, now that I'm moving into my 30s, I'm like, okay, now it's time to like start my actual life.
Yeah.
You have the benefit of being, you know, not even 20 yet.
Yeah.
You know, you're still a teenager. So it's like you have your whole entire life ahead of you now. It's not just, you know, I've had to start my life again a few times.
Yeah, wow.
And like, yeah, I feel like you're really lucky. And I feel like if you use this chapter of your life as like a lift off to never go back there again.
Yeah.
And using discernment in like new relationships and stuff like that, even friendships, because friendships can be just as toxic.
Oh, yes.
It's not just romantic relationships.
Don't even get me started, guys. We can go there, but don't even.
But we won't.
You guys know what I'm talking about, my followers. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I feel like you're at a really good place right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can only go up from here.
I'm not saying go do what I did. No, don't. Like, honestly, babe, just you can avoid it entirely. Hopefully. You never know.
Take the lesson from us.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's hard. Like, I've been, like, you're right, actually. Look, I'm reflecting on what you're saying. Like, it was inevitable kind of all these years. Like, even when I was 14 and 15, I was sending my body to older people in high school because I got attention from it. And I got that 1 minute second of like, you're worthy, you're enough.
Yeah.
But no, they're thinking with their little heads, not their big heads. And that's what a lot of them are doing, unfortunately. And like when I say them, I mean men who are just predators, groomers, narcissists. And like, I don't know, it's really sad and it does make me sad. And I don't know, I just hope my children don't have to go through this. That's what I think about.
Well, I mean, ultimately, that's what we all want. Like, you know, the reason why I am with who I'm with right now is because I stopped asking myself who I needed and I started asking myself who my children needed.
Yeah.
And that made the biggest difference because it wasn't someone – I used to have the mindset, and it's probably wrong, but that's just how it was at the time.
Yeah.
Of, you know, I've spent my entire life, adult life, pouring into my children and being a mum. I want something that's just mine. Like I've had to share my whole life. I want something that's just mine. And that was the wrong way to go about it. Now I'm in the phase of my life where, you know, when I found Zach, I was thinking, no, I need to find someone for my children. And if they're right for my children, they'll be right for me.
Yeah.
And Zach has stepped in and he's the best.
Saw that today, actually. Yeah.
He's such a good dad, and he doesn't have any biological children of his own. He just stepped into it so naturally.
See, that's what I want, man.
Yeah. But like,
where'd you find it?
He also came from a broken home whose dad wasn't there. So he wanted to give his children what he didn't get. So it just kind of, there's a lot of different factors.
Beautiful.
That are
honestly, it is. Like, it really, that gives me so much faith that like what I'm doing is going to be worth it. But like, I'm not finding my husband anytime soon.
Oh, I wouldn't rush it.
You won't. Like, honestly, like, I don't know how people get locked in so young.
I remember wanting to be married at your age.
I wanted my first kid 6 months ago when I was like 15 years old. I'm like, yep, gonna have a kid then. The wedding's gonna be now. Like, yada, yada, yada. And it's just like, I don't know. And that's when I bring it back to like the fact that I'm kind of grateful I went through what I did, because like, and I was saying this to you earlier, the last thing I could think of is having a child right now. And that's just me being like, why would I want to put my kid through what I'm going through? Yeah. And I'm not throwing out any shade to any mothers that had kids 100%. Young. Like, it's just like, I want to, like, this experience has shaped me in a really weird way, but it's taken time to see the good in what happened.
Yeah.
The
100%.
good.
I mean, I was saying to Tiana earlier, like when I was her age, I had a 1-year-old.
Yeah, that blew me away.
And, you know, everything that I have been through in the last 10 years, my kids have also been through.
Yeah.
So it's been really, really hard. If I could have my time again, I probably would have waited. Like, I don't regret it because I love who I am. I love my life. My kids are amazing. But if I could do it again, I wouldn't have done it the way that I've done it.
Yeah.
I would have waited for the right person. And I know that sounds so cliche and like,
my ex was the right person. Yeah.
Like, you know, it's true.
They ain't the right person, mate. No. I was just so like, I was in love. Ugh. nah. I don't know. It's a weird kind of love, man. Like, I had my first love in 2023, and that was like my young love. I don't know what this love is. Have you heard of the love theory? Oh, what's it called? I don't know. It's called the something theory, the 3 love theory. You have 3 loves in your life. Like, is this my toxic one? Surely.
I don't believe in that because
really?
I used to.
Yeah.
But I have 2 baby daddies. I've had 2 other relationships, you know, outside of Zach, and now I'm with Zach and he's the love of my life. I've had like 6 boyfriends that have been serious since I was 18.
Did you love them all?
I thought I did.
Yeah.
But now that I've with Zach, I'm like, I didn't. It was like wanting to be accepted and wanting to possess someone. It wasn't actually like a selfless kind of love where it's like, I just want you to be happy.
So would you share your bed with them and not starfish? Who? Like Zach. Like, is that how much you love him? Like, you know, like you do those selfless things?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
Like I have, like it has been a running joke with me and my mum and all the women in my family. Like, I'm nobody's housewife. I will not wash your clothes. I will not make your food. Like, you're a grown man. I do everything for Zach. Like everything. And I don't even question it. It doesn't bother me. Like, he helps, but it's not an expectation. I just do it because I love him.
Yeah, true. That kind of reminds me, to be honest, like something else, it's a bit of a shift, but not really. Like something else that happened in that relationship is it was a very dominant, submissive kind of role. Like I was very, very submissive, and especially after we had been through everything we did, man, like I was just so fragile and broken that I listened to everything he told me, and I got to the point where I was literally taking off the shoes on his feet when we'd get back home. Like, is that normal? That's not normal. And I'd make the bed, I'd make him food. I might as well just fucking wiped his ass, mate. Like, it was that bad and that controlling, and like I became addicted to that. And a part of me loved it. It was like a little puppy dog. Have you ever seen Prison Break, where there's this one scene, I think it's in the first episode because that's all I've watched of that show, and one of the people in the jail holds the guy's pocket out and walks around. It's called a jail bitch. Yeah. And that's pretty much what I was. Wow. And because like he's done like 7 years in and out of jail, and like I remember one time we had a conversation and I was like, yeah, I'll be a jail bitch. Like I literally walked. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
You gave him permission, Tiana.
Yes, but not like that. You know, don't go and take advantage of me. But I literally walked around holding his pocket.
That's crazy.
I just wanted to be loved so bad, man. Like so freaking badly.
You're reading a chapter out of my book because I used to literally do the exact same things.
Yeah. Did you hold the pocket?
No, I didn't hold the pocket.
Damn.
But like.
Any other women did?
It was that, you know.
Just love me.
Dominant, submissive control. It wasn't, and it was made out to be like you're taking care of me kind of thing, but no.
Mad daddy issues.
They're keeping you small so that you're easy to control and you rely on them for everything.
That's why he came out and did the video first because like, you know, and then I came out with my YouTube video. I took that down because, to be honest with you, like I said, I wasn't ready to tell the internet, and it's messy, but it's just that element of control, and I know that, you know, when that control got taken away, you know what? Actually, let me just set the record straight. I forgot all about this. Have I even told you this?
I don't think so.
Okay, so when we broke up, actually when we were together, I got a new phone. So I had my spare phone. It was an iPhone XR, and he had the same phone as me because I bought it for him. Anyway, when we broke up, we obviously, the lease ended, and he was coming in over and helping me move out of like our place together. Anyway, we slept together. That was like one of the last times, and I know, disgusting, messy.
Happens,
anyway, and wasn't even a good route. Anyway, and look, sorry, fuck's sake. Anyway, no, seriously, when he. You know, like I took a box, took it to the car, and he was left alone in the room. I didn't realize it then, but he had doinked that second phone, and that phone was logged into all my social medias. It was synced from like everything that we had during active addiction, and we had, you know, some tapes together and that kind of stuff. Anyway, so when we split up, he had nowhere to go. He swiped right on the girl on Tinder and moved in with her. Now they weren't sleeping together or anything like that. But during that time, this girl hated me, like hated my guts, because everyone that knew him hated my guts. And when he got arrested and locked up for domestic charges, just saying, pending. This girl reached out to me and she said, look, I have some things to tell you. And I was like, okay, cool. What do you want to tell me? And so we were on the phone and she told me that basically in that month of him living with her, you know, it was a 2-bedroom apartment. She had to move out of that apartment and like he didn't help with anything. He was a slob. So she had to do it all. And when she was packing up his stuff, she found this phone, this iPhone XR, and she went through the phone because it had no password on it. And she's kind of clocked it because it's logged into my TikTok, all my messages, all my iCloud messages. He had been stalking me for all of those months that like we weren't together. And like I said, we had tapes together. In those tapes, I was underage. Oh. And he was sending them to people. Yep. Sending them to women, sending them, because, you know, like I did what I did. And, you know, there was like videos of me explicitly doing things to him. And he was sending them and he was trying to charge me for character of defamation or something like that. Yeah. And he knew everything that I was doing. And she said to me, babe, like I had to chuck that phone out. And because I said, do you have it? Like I want to see what's going on. And she goes, no, I had to chuck it out. And it turns out when he, you know, when they moved into that new apartment, he's like, where's the phone? And she had to act dumb. And she's like, I don't know where the phone is. I don't know. And he flipped it. And it just made me think because when we broke up, sometime in August, we had a FaceTime call and I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna fly up to Queensland and see him because I was just so heartbroken without him. Thank God I didn't. Anyway, and yeah, I just thought to myself, like, why is he not calling me more? Why is he not trying? It's because he was stalking me. He knew everything that I was doing. Like, what the freak?
I feel sick. I have the ick right now so bad.
It's the video part, bro, that I can't get over. Like, that's disgusting. And I know that it happens to other women because I've talked to other women. That's child pornography, man. That's not okay. Like, I didn't give you consent to go do that. Like, I don't understand. And it comes down to that's where the grooming comes in, man. Like, that's like this element of like a child.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that. And it makes me sick to my stomach because I read this somewhere and it was like, you grow up to be the woman that you would have protected younger you. Like, if that makes sense. And so when I went through all of what I did, I was convinced that like I would never go through, you know, what I did again. Cause like I went through grooming as a child and abuse as a child. And so seeing that I'd been through this broke my heart. And then seeing that phone, disgusting. Just like, yuck.
Wow.
Haven't told that one to the internet. Yeah. And
I'm like speechless, but I feel like we're going to have to run up another episode.
Yeah, wow.
And there's so much to unpack here and I feel like there's so much for us to talk about. Yeah, how would you feel about coming back and running up around 2?
Oh, I'm actually really, I'm keen.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I don't even really know how to finish this, but we do have to wrap it up, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We're at an hour mark and we don't want you guys to be sitting here for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Listening to us just chat. But this has been very eye-opening and I'm really, really glad that you gave us the opportunity to have you on to be able to share
happy to be here.
More of your story and to share your platform with us. We're really, really, really grateful for that. Like, our followers have gone absolutely bonkers.
That's not about the followers, babe. Honestly, it's not.
We just want more eyes on the conversation.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be, you know, in the future, so many important things that we want to talk about. Like, we're touching on all the subjects. The purpose of this podcast is to talk about the things that everyone's like, oh, you can't talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, tell the truth. Like, stop dancing around it. Stop, you know, what's that word, that politically correct? Like, we want the truth. We want people to know that they're not alone. Their experiences are not unique.
Yeah.
And we're not going to sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
We are going to rip that rug out and set it on fire.
Yeah.
You know? So
we need another episode.
Yeah. We will see you guys really, really soon. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
And I will see you guys on the next one. Mwah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.